I'm no professional, but I always assumed the so-called Trump derangement syndrome was a satirical condition, a jab we could take at people whose hatred of Trump is so strong it impairs their judgment capacity, or even severs their connection with reality entirely. Symptoms include an irrational hostility to everything the man does, insisting there is meaning in your minor points of disagreement when there clearly is none. Like how his preference for well-done steak shows he has a dangerous habit of neglecting expertise, that it's further proof he shouldn't be trusted, and that we should consider how the candidates interact with the world on a more intimate level. I'm more concerned with how these allegedly serious publications distinguish between pertinent and trivial information on an intimate level, or rather, how they don't. The inability to make such distinctions is a classic symptom of TDS, as is exaggerating or outright fabricating threats against you to perpetuate your own perceived victimization. One sufferer went as far as to deface her own property as a means to create a garage door mural of virtue, to signal to her neighbors, "Keep away, a crazy person lives here."
We saw a swastika on my garage door. Right now we just have the tape with the heart, but we actually plan on painting on our garage door and leaving it up there as a reminder that we do love.
Now, in fairness, I can't prove that one was a hoax, but someone get the ghost of Robert Stack on the case, because it's been 6 months and funny, there are still no suspects. So we can observe Trump derangement syndrome satirically in countless examples, but is it possible this condition is actually clinical? Across the country, therapists report an increase in clients with some form of post-election anxiety, actual panic attacks, and insomnia, specifically about President Trump. A medical director at a Pennsylvania behavioral health system says anxiety is notably more present since the election. Medication dosages are increasing accordingly, and the day after the election brought the most people crying to his office since the day after 9/11. Well, if the fiery death of thousands of innocents and the electoral defeat of your preferred presidential candidate are similarly traumatic experiences for you, you might have clinical Trump derangement syndrome. And if ever there was a case to get this affliction formally codified into the DSM, it is this story of an anti-Trump aerobics class taught in San Francisco, which at this point might as well be a quarantine zone for the disease. Welcome to the epicenter of the epidemic.
Resistance takes endurance, and aerobics is also something that builds your endurance.
Oh, so this is trained endurance, is it? You've worked your way up to peak resistance form. If there's any endurance training involved here, it is endurance training for the audience. How much concentrated cringe can you endure? Here's your cardio test.
So this is a completely new routine that we created together. World premiere today of the anti-Trump aerobics. It's really like a satire on what's going on, but in a completely embodied way. We're looking to really physicalize this current moment in the political climate, and to respond to it, to react to it, to embody it, to make fun of it.
Oh, so you're self-appointed satirists, are you? Well, you are making fun of something. But is it Trump and his horrible hicks in the heartland who voted for him? Or are you making fun of a group of people so delusional and weak that golf swinging a weightless prop is considered strength training?
I believe in science! I believe in science!
You may believe in science, but I bet only up until I tried to say this guy's Y chromosome makes him definitively a male. At that point, I'm guessing science becomes secondary because you don't believe in hate speech.
One of the moves we have people do is this move called Don't Build a Wall. And this move is a move you do with this long red tie, which everyone has as the aerobics prop. And you take the tie and you hold it diagonally and you cross it with someone else and you say, "Don't build a wall, don't build a wall."
So this move is supposed to symbolize a big red X across the idea of building a wall. But isn't there a striking resemblance to a swastika here? I mean, it's not quite right, but neither are the fake ones you guys paint on your garage doors anyway. If it's close enough for a hoax hate crime, it's close enough for me to call this exercise a creative icebreaker at a Nazi Party convention.
Another move is a move where you hold the tie around your neck and you pull it in front of you like it's dragging you. And the chant for that one is,
This way! Trump is led by bandits! Wait, Margaret, is this still relevant? You're pointing me out. Let's update this. This way! Trump is led by Kushner!
So one direction of this routine is Trump is led by an anti-Semite. And the other direction is Trump is led by a rich Jewish Democrat. Pick which one bugs you the most and complain about that. Because you can't complain about both.
as much as it's important for all of us who are against Trump's agenda to channel our rage and focus it in the right directions, it's also important for us to nourish ourselves, and humor is a great tool for that.
Don't read his tweets, honey. Don't read his tweets.
Interestingly, the bookstore that hosted this amateur cringe exhibition said something similar on its Facebook post of this video. Don't read the comments, honey. Don't read the comments. Well, since everything you say compels me to do the opposite, let's have a look. Y'all motherfuckers need Keck. Just remember, you do not have to live through Trump's first 4-year term if you kill yourself. How about a burpee for each email that Hillary deleted, or a muscle up for every bomb dropped by Obama? Come on now, guys, it's not cool to make fun of the mentally handicapped. These women are clearly retarded. This is exactly why we should let North Korea develop a nuke. And of course, several references to Portlandia's feminist bookstore.
Oh, that book's on my list.
Oh, can you put a different daughter? Can you put that away, please?
It's over there.
Every time you point, I see a penis.
And the Portlandia references raise an important point. Are we witnessing something sincere? Or are we witnessing a joke? Using irrational hate to trick indoctrinated women and their emasculated tagalongs into a worthless exercise routine at a feminist bookstore couldn't fit the stereotype any better. Although anything that gets a feminist to exercise, I am inclined to endorse. But this is the internet, after all, and you should never believe what you see without doing the work to make sure it's legit. I have done my homework, and regrettably, I can confirm this is the outbreak of a very serious illness, and not the work of a high production value troll. The Eventbrite page, which handled tickets for the event, is still up, and there's a write-up about the event in a local blog which showcases some of the host bookstore's protest signs. It's not feminism if it's not intersectional, with some type of artwork of Donald Trump being eaten by vaginas, I guess. I don't even get it. But hey, it's not feminism if it's coherent. Now, I'm not qualified to talk about mental health issues. My opinions are not those of a professional, but just as a layman, just as a casual observer of the world who is reasonably well versed on what fits within the confines of normal and what is well outside of those boundaries, there is something very bizarre going on here. Dislike or oppose Trump all you want. Vote against him, protest him, call or write your congressperson, campaign against him next time around. But to hate Trump so much that you'd not only agree to participate in such a woeful display of degeneracy, but to be filmed doing it, and to have that film broadcast across the internet under the impression it's going to make you look good, well, that requires a disconnect with reality I don't know how to explain in any other way. If you are a professional and you can help me understand this behavior, send me an email. I'd like to hear your take. Thanks as always for listening and for supporting this channel. Always appreciate that thoughtful discussion down below, and especially over on Twitter. That is at ML Christiansen. You're always welcome to coming out and chatting my live streams. Those are linked down in the description. Looking forward to it. Okay, bye.